we are live, baby.
And we are live. Good morning, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to the Gym of Crypto, episode 662. Today is Tuesday, February 16, 2021, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
Oh, man, I love the sound of those words. And today's top story, Bitcoin hits $50,000, a new historic milestone for Bitcoin price. MicroStrategy vows to offer $600 million in notes in order to buy yet more Bitcoin. Pornhub payment option Verge suffers massive blockchain reorganization. Dubai-based licensing company adopts cryptocurrency payments and more. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So if you're looking at prices today, you will see that Bitcoin has taken off, and on some exchanges hit 50K, but on others not. Right now, it's at $49,413, up 3.3%. Ethereum at $1,790 is down 0.46%. Ripple at 54 cents is down 4.8%. Stellar at 49 cents is down 3.8%. Chainlink at $32 is down 3.8%. Cardano at 88 cents is up 1% today. Litecoin still holding strong at $213, up 1.8%. And last but not least, EOS at 475 is down 2%. So a mixture of green and red. And we've seen this a lot lately. Some coins are taking off ridiculous, like Dash and some of the DeFi coins. And then there's others who are just sort of going sideways, waiting for Bitcoin to do its thing. Again, if you have something that you bought, right now is the close your eyes and throw a dart time. You can pretty much close your eyes, throw a dart at anything. You're going to make some percentage. The only difference is how much more or how much less. So great time to be in the market. Even if you don't know what you're doing, everybody looks smart in a bull market. So continue to do your thing. And our comments going?
Is the comments going? The comments are going. I'm going to give some shout outs in a second. I was going to talk about the price with you. First, I was going to give you the running joke real quick. I was like, oh, did you skip down to EOS and miss our beloved Snoop Doge? Is that what you just did? Hold on, Bitcoin Day. I'm in my Stephen A. Smith voice. I was watching Stephen A. Smith last night. I was like, this man is talented, okay? Like, he is entertainment if I've ever seen it. Bitcoin Day, did you just skip over Doge? No, listen. I just wanted to point out, I know you talked about it yesterday, but again, Doge is still bleeding red. It's down to 5 cents right now, 0.056. People, I mean, again, the community still might pump. Again, we might have missed it, might pump one more time. But by and large, I told you all, when Snoop Doge came out, that was the top. That was the top when the celebrity came out and renamed themselves. So, yeah, if you're in that, you might want to cut your losses right now. As Bitcoin, they said, it's kind of throwing darts on the board, and all the other actual projects going at it are doing very well. So, or other projects that are actually active are doing well. So, it's looking at all these different prices. I know before the show, we were talking about Cardano, Polkadot, and who else was it? It was one more company, but everyone is saying they have all these upgrades coming up and they're rolling everything out. And you made that funny comment of saying, like, yeah, it's funny when, you know, the price is high, everybody's all of a sudden upgrading everything.
Everybody got updates when the price goes up. All of a sudden, everybody's been sitting on these updates as soon as the price goes up.
Right. So I wanted to point that out to our viewers because people, again, this is a bull market. It's good news, but do not get caught in the hype. You need to decide again right now. Are you an investor or are you a trader? Because you're an investor, you shouldn't be looking at the price right now. You should just, hey, keep your head down, keep doing what you do. If you are a trader, like Bitcoins, they say you really can't miss right now. So the minute you get that 10, 15, 20% bag, you need to be taking that and moving on to the next, whatever it is. And honestly, Sunday afternoon to Sunday evening to Monday morning was a great time for trading. The price dipped like $3,000 or $4,000 within a few minutes. I saw people I actually went on Twitter. I saw people pop up all of a sudden saying, "Oh, here we go, going back down to 42."
Yeah, the one day bear market. We've had a lot of
one day bear market, exactly. And my whole thought process was, if this isn't the best time to prep for the next 20% boom, which we saw Monday on President's Day, Monday morning, almost everything went 20% again. So that was cool to see. Of course, quick shout outs going on: P-Man Van, Alec G, Madam Crypto, Zuri, Fumble the Face. Who else we have? Crypto Vixen, Tessa Hall, KB NYC, JT Harris, Robert Kelly, Lisa Lee, Kadeem, Ryan James, Erica K, My Ninja, Kairos Action, hello all, Yimmy O, Lisa, Fast Nickel MV, Ace. Want to say a big thank you to all our crypto warriors We're at 6,200 today. 6,200
200.
viewers, all-time high, all-time high.
Let's go. Let's go. We
You
got 100.
remember?
We got 100 watching right now, so we should have at least 90 likes.
There
At
we
least
go.
90 likes.
Smash those likes and share. We are on the road to 10,000. We need to get to 10,000 viewers for some YouTube things. They want us to see us there. So make sure you keep smashing that like and share. All right, all the good stuff. Bitcoin hits $50,000 in prehistoric, a new historic milestone for Bitcoin price. Bitcoin, Zay, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh yeah, so Bitcoin surged to all-time highs today, following a week of bullish news, including Tesla accepting Bitcoin and MicroStrategy planning to raise another 600 million, which we'll talk about in a second. The data comes from Cointelegraph Markets and TradingView. Saw it climb over 5%, and we hit the psychologically significant 50,000 mark. Remember, this is just psychological. This isn't some price point that people are aiming for. It's just when you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000, it psychologically is a good point to go past. It also says here, more headaches for bears. Options volumes exploded in Asian hours, calls unwound, buyers near OTM puts, bearish bias as BTC 46K. So basically, these are the options that you could trade. Very bearish on one side, but it looks like they're going to blow through those shorts and push us up to 60, 70K because a lot of people are trying to short at that 50K psychological level. Hey, remember when they tried to short 20K? We went to 28 in about 24 hours. That's what shorts will do. It will blast past it. So first time ever we touched 50. I still want us to convincingly pass 50 because, I saw 49.7, 49.4, didn't catch, the 50K price, but people are celebrating. So whatever, we're close enough.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either with you. I saw 49.7, but like you said, whatever. Crypto, $300, right? People using that on gas fees. I got you, Ethereum. But true. But no, it's not that expensive. But no, I think that's one of the reasons, the impetus why it did push up as well, has to do with those shorts. People started actually trying to short Bitcoin again on Sunday for a 5-minute dip. Like, people really was like, oh, it's going back. I saw people like, oh, party's over, back to whatever. I'm like, for one, even if the party is temporarily over, it's only over for 3 or 4 weeks. We didn't mention it because nothing changed. Chinese New Year, people, the trend, the charts, everything is new. During a pandemic, the price does not go down during the Chinese New Year. It actually stays the same or goes up. So let's make sure we keep that in our notes for next year. If next year something happens and it's not a full, you can fly and travel, wherever, the price is going to stay or go up, and you can use that as your trading strategy. But with that, people try to call shorts on Sunday going into Monday on a holiday, like trying to make it work, and they got pulled that quick. One quick question about the price of Bitcoin. We were talking about decentralization, these decentralized apps and trading platforms now. How do you think those are affecting the price? Are those affecting the price immediately, or is this more of like an over-the-counter type of trade since it's decentralized and we're not seeing it until later?
Yep. I think that's exactly what's happening. Most large companies are doing over-the-counter trades, and they're so large that for them to actually fill their order is going to be delayed. So that meeting with MicroStrategy with all those corporations on the 4th and 5th, I guarantee you between now and the 25th, you'll start seeing it play out. And I think that's where this value is coming from. I think if we push to 65K, 60K in the next week or so, it's a delayed response. However, I think that is the catalyst for the price we're seeing now. So yeah, definitely. Over the counter takes a little bit longer than buying the market, smashing market buy on the exchange. You see that instantly.
That's a great point, because it wasn't like, they left that meeting or they're at the meeting that day, like, all right, we're just gonna buy $100 million in Bitcoin right now. So great point. They had the meeting, they went back, met with everybody else, met with more people. Everybody loves meetings in the corporate structure. And then I'm sure, like you said, they probably made a decision, and now we're starting to see those buys. But speaking of which, you brought it up, MicroStrategy files to offer $600 million in notes in order to buy yet more Bitcoin. So Bitcoin said, this is a real thing. 2021 Bitcoin is real. Like, companies are really buying this, is what you're telling me. This guy is going, I didn't get enough the first time. Hold on.
Oh yeah. So MicroStrategy is showing you we are not letting up. They are keeping their foot on your neck. If you are a billionaire or you run a $1 billion company, they are basically showing you we're going to keep buying. We don't care what meetings y'all having, how long it's going to take you. We're buying now. MicroStrategy said it intends to offer 600 million aggregate principal amount of convertible senior notes. which are not converted until 2027.
They turned it into derivative
and
already.
they turning it, they turned it into their own derivative. Then they go and buy Bitcoin with it. And of course, right now their holdings are worth more than $3.5 billion. And it says they intend to use the net proceeds from the note sale to buy even more. I mean, this dude basically just came on the scene last year. He's been studying for years. And once again, once you get into the Bitcoin rabbit hole, you cannot. Michael Saylor quotes stuff about Bitcoin every day now. He's buying billions of dollars worth of it. He's literally.
Us. What's up, Mike? Come on,
what's up, Mike? Why you just hit us up?
We had to give you a hard time. We ain't heard you. We had to give you a hard time.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is the way. And most people who are sitting on the sidelines, or they got their little $200 and they're still waiting for something, it's like, no, the best time to buy is yesterday. Like, don't even look at the price. You're buying a percentage of a supply, and it should be long term. Michael, he even said, I'm buying this for 100 years. So, hey, when you're thinking about your strategy should be much like MicroStrategy. Buy it, hold it, wait. That's it.
And for him to say that, hey, we're buying this for 100 years, that means he's trying to turn to the next JP Morgan Chase. People like, he wants to be, and which he will. I mean, he's already there. You made a $600 million buy worth $3.5 billion. Now you're making another big buy. Like, in another 100 years, his company will be a company that will not be erased from history. Like, it will be cemented, if not the Federal Reserve, right? Because I do think that's where we're going. Either an exchange like Coinbase wants to do its IPO, but whether they do an IPO and it's like somewhat nationalized from the back door, or whether one of these other companies like MicroStrategy comes to step up. I'm telling you, I don't see our government coming in at the 9th minute saying, okay, guys, we're going to buy up a bunch of Bitcoin and drive up the price. No, I see them going to one of these companies like they did the ICOs, be like, no, what you did is illegal. Like, what do we do illegal? Don't matter. Like, some of that crypto ours. You did something wrong.
Special investigation.
Yeah,
you already know.
Exactly. So that's my thing on it. This is cool news to see from MicroStrategy, all these companies. I want to see what happens when our government finally wakes up and wants to mention Bitcoin. They still don't want to mention it. I love it. That's how you know it's so. How are you not going to mention an asset that goes from $1,000 to $50K in like 4 years? Come on, man. Like, how? That's just shady. Eric Brooks, what's up? For once, I'm up in California early enough to catch the show. Eric, you know we always appreciate you. We also mentioned your comment the other day when you were talking about how it's a good thing for cities to essentially have their own cryptocurrencies. Again, kind of agreeing with you on that as well. It's definitely a base hit for people to get into crypto as well. So, you know, we keep you here in spirit, Eric. So thanks for watching and supporting. What's up, Ryan Cooper, Coop DeVille, Network 7, Crypto, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum Gaming. What's up? Let's see, Ruben M. Perez. Hey. KB NYC. Any suggestions or preferences on stablecoins? Top 2. I'm glad you actually mentioned that. So I will say this about stablecoins. Perfect example, Sunday. Price dips, right? If you did see the price pump, I mean, Sunday before it dipped, we got to like 49,000, like $400 or something before it took like that $3,000, $4,000 haircut, which, by the way, is only like a couple percentage points, if that. Like, it's not even, it wasn't even a big percent swing. It just looked like a lot because of the USD value, which we talked about here before. It's going to look like a lot because of the percent swings and where the price is at now. But when it took that haircut, my thought process was, hey, when it went high and then took the haircut, I was like, buy stable coins, wait out for 4 or 5, 6 hours, and go back into the market at a lower price, right? So to answer your question, I do like Gemini stablecoin because it is Gemini, and the way they're in the space right now, they actually, I mean, they're for the institutions, but they're also for the community. I'm not going to play them like that. They're trying to handle both sides of the fence right now. So I do like Gemini stablecoin, which I can't think of the name of it for whatever, the Gemini dollar or something. And as much as I'm not a huge fan on it because it's offered everywhere, Tether, but don't keep it. I mean, this is for trading, right? This is for 3 hours in there, 3 hours out of there. I'm not saying keep it in there and go to sleep for that night.
Not at all.
Any stablecoin ideals?
Well, I would say for most stable coins, you know what you're getting. And again, USDC and Gemini USD are probably the most stable ones to use.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Oh, the USDC as well. Yeah. Because actually Tether dropped 0.24% to 99 cents or something the other day. I thought that's not supposed to happen.
We got an unstable coin.
All right. You're funny. Pornhub payment option Verge suffers massive blockchain reorganization. That's right. Verge has been hit by massive 560,000 block reorganization. Before I go in on Verge, can you tell everybody what a block reorg is and what's going on in this story?
Oh yeah. So whenever you use cryptocurrency, the ledger is the blockchain. If somebody is able to hack it or to reorganize the blockchain, so to say, they're able to make those transactions invalid, meaning the ledger that you see is invalid. They reorganized it, so every transaction you see is not correct. This has happened with Ethereum, where they had to actually fork off and create a new chain, and Ethereum Classic came out of that. So we've seen this before. We've seen this with a lot of altcoins. They get hit with 51% attacks, and Verge, they got hit with a chain reorganization attack on Monday, which is likely, as it says here, the deepest reorganization to ever take place in a top 100 cryptocurrency. So if for those of you thinking, it is possible to reorganize a blockchain if they have weak security or low liquidity, which Verge has both.
And it's crazy you say they have weak security, because for those who know, Verge was supposed to be a privacy coin. But just to give you a little info about Verge's history, right? In 2017, they already did their pump of pumps, people. In 2017, they did a ridiculous pump. And when they did that, when everyone already knew like the project was over. So essentially Verge came out, as you see, they were calling it like Dogecoin dark for some people. Some people were comparing it to Monero or Zcash, saying it's going to be the next big privacy coin. Had all the hype around it, right? It was worth less than a penny, 0.00 whatever cent. I can't remember what it actually pumped to, but I do remember it being something ridiculous, to having something like within like 5 to 10,000% gain within a
couple days,
few months.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it happened really quick. It was
it was quick.
10,000% in a month.
Few months. It was like a real quick span, people, where we saw like literally like a 5 to 10,000% gain. It was something crazy. And as that gain, first it was an initial pump that everybody saw in 2017. And then their second pump, the big one, came after all of a sudden, once the pumps were up and the price of Bitcoin, everything was up. They said, hey, we unraveling some new things for you. Kind of sound like some things we heard this morning. We got all these new projects coming out, X, Y, and Z on this date. I mean, they literally drove the price up. Their big announcement they had was a new commercial. Like literally it was a new commercial.
And I just looked the chart up. It went from less than 1 cent to 22 cents in 8 days.
In 8 days, people, less than 1 cent to 22 cents.
Literally, that line goes straight up, because it's so like that. That was one of the funniest pumps ever, because people were like, should I get out? Should I get in? Whatever. From 0.006 cent to 22 cents in literally a week.
I remember that.
Yeah, and Dogecoin Dark is what it was originally, which is a derivative of Dogecoin. So if you have a derivative of a joke cryptocurrency that is now a privacy coin, you only look at, hey, that's just bullshit built on top of other shit, and you're gonna get what you get.
Oh, but let's not undercut them or low play them. Listen, people, the Verge army was so real back in. I mean, it might have been stronger than a Ripple army. It was crazy. Like everywhere you look, you heard about the new thing they released a new commercial, people. I'm telling you, the commercial was like Verge is going to the moon. That essentially was a commercial. It pumped, like you said, from 0.006 or 1 or something to 22 cents in 8 days. And that was the end of the project. Now, I say all that to say, I think it was like maybe a week or so ago, I saw something come out on like, I don't know, it was Telegram or one of the little channels I'm on, reading and watching everything. Right now, if you're in this space, you should be reading around the clock. Like you should literally be reading everything, people. You should be reading nonstop. This is from us who are in the space for a long time, and you should be reading everything.
We shouldn't be out reading you. Put it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And we do it every day. So,
and I'm sure we are though. But
yeah, I'm sure we are.
But when it came to Verge, on some of the underground channels the last week or two, I started seeing basically people saying, "Hey, we have this new thing going on with Verge, XYZ," and I instantly was like, "Verge, but Verge, like, no, this is the pump." And then all of a sudden I see this reorg attack. I think it was an internal pump and dump. I think they literally just pumped it up again and then dumped it on everybody again, because this thing has been dead, I tell you, dead. So this is pretty interesting to see Verge again suffering an attack. I mean, I think now is the time for not only Pornhub to remove it. I'm not sure if exchanges still have it on, but I mean, this is a dead project. I don't think I'm not worried about the Verge army anymore. They all having their Lambos and everything, but this is a dead project.
Yeah, it's over.
All right. Dubai-based licensing company adopts cryptocurrency payments, though. That is right. Kick Lab has become the first state-owned entity in the United Arab Emirates to accept cryptocurrency payments. Wait, am I reading this right? The first, has it touched the levels of government?
We are here. That's where we are now. It's basically
what's going on here? Yeah.
I was gonna say we're basically at this point now where governments don't have a choice. And we used to say that to people, and they used to think we were just arrogant or we were just, the Bitcoiners, they think everything is going to conform. Well, yeah, this is what's happening. You're going to have to conform, whether you're government or not. And according to Arab News on Tuesday, clients of the Dubai government-owned licensing firm can now pay for visa fees and trade licenses via cryptocurrencies. And I want people to take a look at this quote. This is a great quote. It really was just a matter of time before we recognize Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. Cryptocurrencies are the payment method of the future. Oh, yeah. And this is nothing more than a remix of Elon Musk. In retrospect, it was inevitable. People, you don't need retrospect. Listen to us. We're telling you, you don't have a choice. Everything's going to conform to the Bitcoin standard, and you have two choices. You can either join now or join later. That's it. That's only two choices you got. It's not, I'm going to avoid it, I'm leaving it. Because everybody has an uncle or grandpa that says, man, I ain't typing on no computer. I ain't using no internet. And now they got a computer in their pocket and they can't stay off Facebook. So again, you won't have a choice at a certain point. And this just proves that adopting cryptocurrency payment options is part of Kick Lab's plan to expand its virtual and online business setup. Back in 2020, amid the coronavirus pandemic, the licensing firm began offering remote registration for customers. So this is great. You can remotely register and pay in crypto if you want to. And if you're using a VPN, you can do this all privately. So again, this is great for the space, because I keep trying to tell people these other places, they won't have a choice. All they're doing now is trying to figure out their infrastructure. So shout out to the United Arab Emirates, a lot of oil money over there. And I can promise you, once that money starts dumping into the market, you will definitely see some movement. So shout out to them.
Well, that's what I was just about to say. I mean, the UAE, this is all, kingdoms, feudal systems, like this old school. So if they're doing it in Dubai, it's about to spread, of course, to Abu Dhabi, and then from there it's going to spread to Bahrain, and then, like you said, the entire Middle East, and eventually it's going to actually spill over to the oil money doing it. And that's when we're talking about the U.S. government and all this stuff here. What happens if they start saying, hey, we will start selling our gold, which in Dubai, they have some of the best gold. Their lowest gold starts at 18 karat, have 18, 20, 24. What do they start saying? We'll turn in some of our gold and oil for Bitcoin. Like, that would be crazy.
Yeah, I can't say that won't happen, because everything else is going to have to conform. Or what if they decide to denominate the price of oil in Bitcoin? Woo, boy. Hey, those are fighting words there. Huge. That's World War III. Hey, that's fighting. That's fighting words right there.
Those are fighting words in the United States. So I was trying to figure out how to bring up this article. So I'm seeing a lot of people asking cybersecurity questions, and it's funny you asked that, because a few people in this space have recently been hacked. So it's definitely happening again. I'm about to, in the chat box, paste this old article we wrote about cybersecurity back in 2017. And I'm telling you, most of the practices on there are still the same. It has to do with not just using text two-factor authentication. We tell you about password managers and all that good stuff. So I will make sure to put that in the chat box for those who are asking about it. Also, I'm not sure who asked. Let's see. Let's Square, which hardware is most recommended, again, for code options, Treasure, and Ledger. There it is. Castillo said reading suggestions. Of course, Bitcoin and Black America, but what else? The Bitcoin Standard. What else you got from Bitcoin, Zay?
I would say Inventing Bitcoin and the Little Bitcoin book. Those are great. I think I got one right here. The Little Bitcoin book. It looks like this. Very small, straight to the point. Jimmy Song wrote it.
Oh, that was a good book. They gave it out
really
at the conference.
Good. Yep, they gave it out at the conference as well. Less than 100 pages, and you can learn everything you need to know.
Yeah, that was a pretty good book. Shout out to Jimmy Song for that one. And again, this is the cybersecurity article. It is on Medium. I just put that in there. Just type in King Bless Cybersecurity 101 Ways to Reduce a Hack. And again, this article, this is back from 2017, people. A lot of this stuff is still the same as far as I'm explaining how the hacks will happen as far as the SIM swaps and all that. Talk about browsers on here, talk about email you can use. And of course, we talk about two-factor authentication, not just text, but actual apps, as you can see, like Duo Mobile, Google Authenticator, and Authy. So This is a very basic article because I am not a cybersecurity expert. This article will explain that, but is what we learned from our cybersecurity experts. So here are some quick ones too at the end. Remember, never text or email anything about passwords, especially the password itself. If you have text or email a password, or you have your password stored on Google, your Gmail, and you're not using a paid Gmail address, G Suite's different when you start paying because Google don't like people messing with his paid customers. But if you have a free Gmail, they don't care. So never text or email anything about your passwords because a hacker will go back into your email from 2018 and see that old password and try and use it and work. Of course, frequently change passwords with a password manager. You don't have to worry about that. Everything should have a different password. It's 2021, people. If you're using the same password for something in the crypto, you are telling people to come take your money. Don't stay signed in. Don't take your smoke break and stay signed in and come back. Just sign off, people. Log on. So again,
now, a good rule. I want to tell people a good rule of thumb with passwords. You shouldn't be able to remember your password. That's how you know it's strong. It should be at least 24. As somebody who worked in IT, if you can tell me your password, that's probably not strong. So you just want to be able to have a password manager where you can get it and then you can change it whenever you want instantly. That's how your password should work.
And it's funny too, we talk about VPNs on here. Now this one may have changed. I'm not sure we talked about, so on this VPN one, we were talking about Boleth. Back in 2017, we were using Boleth VPN. That is still a decent one, but right now the leading one, which is funny, we both agreed on without even talking to each other first, is NordVPN. So we would suggest that's one of the only things in the article that changed is NordVPN. And again, this article will break all of that down for you for cybersecurity. And last but not least, I'm gonna give you a little heads up on an exercise I did at the end of the article. Exercise, as we used to say in the military. Think right now, people. Right now, while you're watching our live show, and whatever reason you lost internet connection, you had to leave in an emergency. Your family emergency was happening, and you were getting hacked at the same time. How would you be able to stop that from happening? How would you be able to mitigate the amount of risk you would take as the hack was happening? So those are the things you need to think about in this space, because when a hack does happen, that is how it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. You're not going to have time or think. You're just going to need to be able to go into go mode and fix, patch up whatever's happening. So
post that link again. Post that link again. So
I'll post the link again for sure. And again, people, check out other cybersecurity people. Don't be afraid to Google it. But made that article in 2017 to share that information we received from a very well-known and skilled cybersecurity expert. And after seeing more people getting hacked as a recent, it's like, all right, it's time to blow the dust off the article and make sure we have these good practices. Ruben M. Perez said, I use LastPass to manage passwords. LastPass is pretty good, especially after they patch everything up from back in the day. And then 1Password. 1Password is really good as well. Isaiah Workman said, Binance USA doesn't have it. Dot on Coinbase and Gemini. Okay, cool. All right. You got anything else for today, Bitcoin Zay?
Oh yeah, just to remind everybody, Sunday we will be doing our first episode of Talk Shop Live, the Gentlemen of Crypto. Oh yeah, our weekly show is coming. So for those of you in the chat that have questions, make sure you post it after the video is posted. Put those questions down there. We'll go through them. We'll take some of the top questions. We'll go in detail on it on the weekly show. We have exclusive interviews. We have market analysis. We have our top coins. We have top projects. We have a lot of free merch and things to give away. Bitcoin in Black America is 33% off when you watch, and there is a paywall. But if you are a true fan, join us on Sundays. It's only a couple bucks, and we'll be on there live, able to give you more news and updates. Just bringing the same content, but taking it up a level. So we appreciate all it. And also shout out to everybody. We hit another all-time high. Oh yeah, we almost touched 200 watching live. I think we got to 193 is what I saw. So getting closer, people. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep making sure everybody tunes in. We got the best show on YouTube, and we want to keep it that way. So appreciate you all.
Yeah. Eric Brooks, real quick. So perfect example with our show on Sunday, Talk Shop Live again, is I think we're doing that like 199, and the payment, people, is not even really for us. It's for operational costs. It's for us to actually get interns to help us. It's for us to bring this show to the forefront, right? So that is the reason why that paywall is there. Like I said, it's only $2. Price of a cup of coffee. We gotta hit you with that old spiel, right? Oh, it's the price of a candle from Ralph's grocery store. Like, but no, seriously, here's a perfect example of what we'll be doing. Like you said, we will be answering your questions there. That way on this show, we can just cover broad news like we always do. But I just want to ask a question about Polkadot. That will be a question we can answer on Talk Shop Live in depth for you. Eric Brooks, I'm going to answer this one live. Speaking of gold and stablecoins, do either of you know why the price of Pax Gold, at least on Kraken, is always substantially higher than the actual spot price of gold, usually by around $50? Yes.
That's the spread. That's the spread price.
I was just about to say, it's the spread, and it's a part of the what's the place called? It's a part of Pax Gold. It's a part of the not the institution, but the platform. It's a part of the platform fees kind of built in and the spread. So yeah, if you're buying it there, you definitely are buying it at a premium, which right now in gold doesn't make sense for it to be extra $50.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this ain't crypto where you're gonna get that right back in 30 seconds. Like,
nope. You saving that for long term, baby.
All right. Other than that, this is the show for today. As always, people, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. We're continuing to build. Smash that like and share. We appreciate it. 6,200 followers on our way to 10,000. We will see you all tomorrow with some